for the ride home in ENC.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
This is your 5 o'clock drive with Patrick Johnson.
Holy mackerel!
More news, more interviews, more ECU stories than you can shake a stick at. Hey, stop shaking that stick. This is the Patrick Johnson Show.
Pirates win! Pirates win!
On 94.3 The Game.
Welcome into the Tuesday edition of the Patrick Johnson Show as we get set to lead you into network coverage of East Carolina and Georgia Southern. It's the opener for Pirate basketball here today. It can be heard right here on 94.3 The Game, as well as our sister station, 107.9 WNCT, and on the IBX Media app, as well as 94.3thegame.com. We are going to be joined by Patrick and William here. They are getting some stuff sorted out over at the arena. Later in the show, we're going to be joined by Justin Baer. He is going to kind of go over everything. You know, he's director of marketing at East Carolina. He's going to go over some things for the weekend as it relates to homecoming and Hall of Fame weekend, and just anything you might need to know, and special events that you, the fans, can take part in here in 2025 homecoming weekend. And then at the top of the 6 o'clock hour, we're joined by the Chancellor, Philip Rogers. Little programming notes that we do need to tell you about as it relates to Saturday. So Saturday at noon, it will be Pirate Game Day Countdown right here on 94.3 The Game. That will take place from noon until 2. The network coverage will start at 2 o'clock on 107.9 WNCT only for Pirate football. 94.3 The Game will not have Pirate football on Saturday. It will, however, have Pirate basketball, which the network will take over at 5:30 for that. It'll be just after 6 o'clock tip with Darren Vaught live from Richmond. So once again, basketball only on 107.9. It will also be down all of our affiliates that have it normally. So if you're outside the Greenville area and you normally take in our broadcast, you will be able to get football on 107.9 or the affiliate. But if you normally listen to basketball on the affiliates, you will not be able to get basketball on your radio dial unless you're here in Greenville on 94.3. You will have to go to 94.3thegame.com or download the IBX Media app, and that is free for all subscribers. So this free, on Apple as well as Google Play. So we are going to take our first time out here on the Patrick Johnson Show, and we will be back to talk more Pirates on the other side with the P-Man.
Acre Station Meat Farm is helping your family grocery budget through the holiday season with their freezer combo specials. But you must hurry. The freezer combo specials will close on November 22nd. You'll be able to save huge on the family pack combo that includes 87 to 95 pounds of meat and will stock your family freezer for months. It includes pork ribs, steaks, Boston butt pork roast, mild or hot sausage, bacon, ribeyes, ground beef, chicken leg quarters, all for the low price of just $329.95. Other plans including the Variety Family Plan, which has 62 pounds of meat for just $285, the Variety Plan for $140.99, and very popular Beef Combo Plan with 35 pounds of meat for just $314.99. Don't wait. These prices are only good through November 22nd. Acre Station is processing venison for hunters in cooperation with Jeremy Boyd Skinning Shack. Come see them on Highway 32 between Washington and Plymouth. 252-927-3700 for Acre Station Meat Farm.
Hey folks, Coach Logan here. Did you know that one of the top-rated insurance agencies in the country has been operating right in our backyard since 1952? Snipes Insurance was just awarded a 2025 Best Practices designation, one of only 16 in North Carolina to receive this honor. Shoot, I've been working with my good buddy Patrick Walls for years for my home and auto. Director of Benefits and Pirate alum Lewis Gale lives right here in Greenville. Send him an email at lewis@snipesinsurance.com for more information. With 4 offices throughout North Carolina, they blanket the state with 4 silos of service: small to middle market commercial, agricultural insurance, personal lines, and benefits. They even have national programs for those larger clients who crave solutions. Snipes Insurance, a 2025 Best Practices agency. Their motto is to serve, grow, and provide. Learn more at snipesinsurance.com or email lewis@snipesinsurance.com. Tell them Coach Logan sent you. You'll be glad you did.
Generously providing
Hey y'all, G-Man from Shaw's Barbecue. I want to invite y'all over to Williamston for some of the best Eastern North Carolina barbecue around. Pair with any of our homemade sides, hand-dropped hush puppies, and it will make any drive worth it. You can't forget about our famous fried chicken and our fresh seafood served daily. Follow us on Facebook for our specials and G-Man's new creations like the barbecue egg roll, barbecue flatbreads, and backbone and collards with oven-fried cornbread. Talk about old school. We're open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Kick your day off with us for breakfast platters, sandwich on house-made biscuits, cheese biscuits made daily, and of course G-Man sausage dog served all day. You can grab some out of the cooler and take home for the grill, a backyard favorite. Follow us here, and that means tailgates, church homecomings, and the holidays are right around the corner. Shaw's offers full catering services or pick-up meals are available. Nothing is too big or too small. Let us take the stress out of any of your upcoming events. Have grills, we'll travel. Head over to Williamston for some great food, a great story, and great folks. See y'all at Shaw's, y'all.
Listen up. He's talking now.
Sorry, thought we were vibing.
The Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
Welcome back into the Patrick Johnson Show here on 94.3 The Game. Philip Pilkington alongside the P-Man. PJ, we never trying to get you guys connected over at the arena, but we got you on the phone. So, hey, man, how's it feel? It's game day. It's finally here. College basketball, Christmas morning, whatever you want to say.
Let's hope the ESPN Plus broadcast goes smoother than this has so far. But, yes, we're excited about the game tonight. And excited about having Chancellor Rogers on. We're trying to get our equipment issues up to snuff so we can do that. So I might leave it to you to maybe carry a top five here because for some reason this computer's not going to let us connect to Opal. We're getting the circle of death. But I could do something with my MacBook.
Well, also there should be another computer in the bag that
the problem is, Pilk, I'm having to direct this on the air. So why don't you carry this? Let me figure out what's going on here, and we'll come on, hopefully. I do want to at least make sure we're on by 6 and solid by 6, so we have something with the Chancellor on, because that, to me, is the most important thing. So if you want to have Justin on, if we're not running by 5:20, you could maybe just talk to him on the phone.
All righty, PJ, sounds good. So we thank you, and I guess text me the thumbs up when you get on. So that is Patrick Johnson. We do apologize for some of these technical difficulties. So now we are going to go ahead and jump into our 5 at 5.
This may very well be our last mission. Let's make it count.
This is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
It's impossible.
Now some stories you may have heard.
You ready?
Or catch it for the first time. This is your 5 at 5 with the P-Man.
Number one.
All right, our number one story here at 5 o'clock has to do with Pirate basketball. We're going to start on the women's side. Coach McNeil's team got out to a good start to their season last night at 6 o'clock with a 82 63 defeat over UNC Wilmington. Just if anyone who didn't tune in, this Pirate women's basketball team early proved very much to be a Kim McNeil coached program. A lot of live ball turnovers that led to easy layups. And then in the second half, it seemed as though the offense really got going. This is an offense who I think is probably the best shooting offense we've ever seen in the Kim McNeil era at East Carolina. I think maybe not quite the depth in the front court that we have seen over the last couple years, especially with Amaya Joyner and the Weish twins. They really did a very good job down low. Tell you that Ajane Hutton is back and that she still played pretty good in the front court. And the front court is solid, but it's not a weakness by any means, just probably not as solid as it was a year ago. But I do think, again, the guard play, especially the shooting side of things for Kim McNeil's team, is very much the best it's been in her time here in Greenville. So the other big basketball news, obviously, is The first men's basketball game will be played tonight. We're leading into that coverage. It's against Georgia Southern. And yesterday, when we talked to Coach Mike Schwartz, he talked about what he's looking for kind of leading into the season here. These last few practices was the question. He kind of expanded on that. And not only is this what he's looking for here these last 2 weeks leading in, but also what you're looking for these first handful of games.
Especially early in the season, but you guys know, kind of our philosophy. You just have to find a way to get better every day. You have to focus on yourself and getting better, and particularly early in the season where you don't know quite as much about the opponents that you're going to get to play because, you're based a lot of stuff on last season, and so many rosters are different. So we're just continuing trying to get better every day at what we have to be strong in.
And so that was there. That was Coach Schwartz. Obviously it is so much tougher nowadays with knowing yourself and knowing your opponents early in seasons. And, when you're a coach, you can throw lineups out there in practice and, you think it's going to work. But when you've got the roster turnover that you have, I think this answer that he gave is just the new answer in college basketball, both here at East Carolina and at the other 360-plus Division I basketball programs around the country nowadays. So there's going to be little growing pains, but the great thing about basketball is, unlike football, you're not going to get yourself knocked out of the NCAA tournament or an opportunity to play for an NCAA tournament in November. Football, you go out there and you kick yourself in the teeth. You could be in some early trouble, but if in basketball it's such a lengthy season and all of those things. So I'm seeing a very ready looking P-Man here. I don't know if he's got his earpiece in. PJ, you got an earpiece in? You look pretty. I don't know if he can hear us. PJ doesn't have his earpiece in. He's got his microphone on, but not his earpiece in. So we're gonna step away from PJ there for a second. I think he's still getting ready there inside the arena, but it looks like we are fixing some of these technical issues now. So moving on now, we will head to our second story of the day. So here is number 2.
Number 2.
The trade deadline has come and gone for the National Football League. We're going to go over some notable things. Can't go over every trade, of course. The Miami Dolphins were not able to move any of their guys despite a handful of calls for Jalen Waddle as well as some others. The big news is, and I think we got the P-Man now. Hey, P-Man, how you doing? We had the P-Man. Well, while P-Man's getting that worked out, we are going to talk real quick about other things that did happen on trade deadline day. The Jets, well, they were sellers, and I mean, to be honest, they looked like MLB sellers. They sold off 2 of their biggest assets. Sauce Gardner went to the Indianapolis Colts for a pair of first-round picks. This was an interesting one for me. Sauce, definitely one of the better corners in the league. He's no PS2. But 2 first-round picks, for an Indianapolis team that is very good in the trenches, is very good in the box defensively, does probably need to upgrade a little bit at the corner position, but still, despite being 7-2 right now, I don't think is 100% a Super Bowl contender. And if you look at the history of teams dealing off multiple first-round picks, let's just talk about it here. You look at Carolina. Didn't really go well with the whole Bryce Young situation. You go back to Minnesota when they traded for Herschel Walker, and that didn't really go well for them. Yes, they did make an NFC championship game, but it was about 9 years later, so it wasn't like it just put them in this, free fall, because they did have that 15-1 season, 98. They lose on the, to Atlanta there. Atlanta goes on to lose the Super Bowl to Denver. But that one didn't go well for them. Dallas got all those first-round picks. Dallas pretty much got 3 Super Bowls directly from that trade. And then, you look at the Washington trade for RG3. They give up multiple first-round picks to the Rams. Doesn't go well for Washington, and the Rams kind of built, a solid team that saw a couple Super Bowl appearances. They do end up trading for Stafford, giving up multiple first-round picks, and that's kind of been the only time that trading multiple first-round picks has worked out in the NFL, and it worked out immediately because Stafford was able to go get them one so quickly. And, you'll give up anything, right, to win one Super Bowl, especially when your team hasn't won one in a while. So I do get that, but I just don't know if Sauce Gardner is the difference in the Indianapolis Colts winning the Super Bowl this year. I mean, Indiana Jones, as they're calling him now, has had a phenomenal season, best season really since he was at Duke, but still, this, it's a little weird. 2 first-round picks. I mean, you even go over to other sports, think of the NBA, and the Nets giving up all those picks for an aging group of stars from the Boston Celtics, and then the Celtics were able to turn that into picks such as Jaylen Brown and such as Jason Tatum and Grant Williams. So, usually the team that gets the picks it works out for. Hopefully, it works out for the Jets. Gosh, the Jets need some success. No playoff game since 2009. There when Sanchez took them to the championship game back-to-back seasons. So there's that. Yeah, they also sold off defensive lineman Quentin Williams to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas did give up a first and a second for that, I believe, and also they gave up another player for that. But Dallas maybe in a little more spot. They feel good about their quarterback and things like that. Do we have the P-Man? I think we do. Hey, P-Man. We do not have the P-Man. So, there he goes. Hey, P-Man, right. What up? Hey, you and Justin are interrupting my
the Patrick Johnson show. So that's why we roll here, though. Justin Bear is with us with ECU Sports Marketing and with ECU Fan Engagement. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. Excited for the start of the basketball season, and it's homecoming week, so we found it important to have you on to talk about a lot of things that'll be surrounding homecoming.
Yep.
But so far this year, I think rave reviews for the football games as far as the fireworks.
Yeah. Yes.
And just we had a couple flyovers so far
this year. Drone show. We've done a lot.
The drone show was really popular. That went really, really well.
Yeah, we're trying to do some things. It's kind of hard as, you kind of start setting a new bar and you have to keep trying to find how to keep reaching that bar. And so we did a lot of things early this year. And, we understand it's hard to get people off the couch and away from, their TVs. So trying to do things that, you can't experience outside of, coming to the game. And, the fireworks have been great. It's still cool to me that, every time we set them off, I still hear the oohs and the ahs. So, it's been fun. And looking forward to another good one on Saturday.
Well, it is certainly the pageantry, the excitement that always surrounds homecoming.
Yeah.
And I guess just kind of lay out for us the day. I think the 3:00 kick.
Yeah, 3:00 kick.
In everybody's world seems to be the most ideal.
Yeah, for sure. That 3:00 kick, and Mother Nature looks like it's going to give us a great day weather-wise. So, the parade starts downtown at 9 a.m. So that's a campus thing. But tailgate lots open at 9 a.m. So get your mimosas, your Bloody Marys, whatever your drink of choice early in the morning is.
Wait a minute, there's morning pirate beverages?
There are.
So.
Okay. The one thing about pirates is no matter what time of day, they usually can find a beverage for themselves.
Sure.
Lots open at 9 a.m. The Tailgate Plaza, which I think has been another great addition, also opens at 9 a.m. The Embers will be at 12:30 in there. So for the fans that love some good beach music, they'll be in there, and that's free and open to the public. So if you're trying to find something to do before the game, and then gates open at 1 o'clock and kick off at 3 o'clock.
Justin Bear with us here. Let's talk about the Tailgate Plaza. That seems to have been a great success this year. For those that maybe don't know, that's where the Scales Fieldhouse, which stood for decades, was. Is that kind of the permanent plan that space?
Yeah, that'll be the permanent plan for that space. I think that's kind of what you're looking at.
Will be built up?
I don't know if you'll see much more building on it. I think it'll be a green space during the off season, but it is an area just, you do have fans who come and, they don't have their tailgate or whatever. So it's a good opportunity for them to come out. They've got somewhere to hang out before the game, get drinks, things like that, and, bring the kids around. And it's a family friendly area.
I know with Blake this year, there was an adjustment with the Pirate Walk, and that seems to have maybe fit things a little better.
Yeah, so he's moved it back to just about between 2:05 and 2:15 before kickoff. So I think that Pirate Walk and what it is a very cool tradition we have, and obviously I know a lot of other schools have things like that. But the cool thing this weekend is the 3 football Hall of Famers will be lead the Pyro Walk. So
Terry Holland. Terry Holland will be inducted as well.
Yeah. So Dwayne Harris, Shane Carden, Justin Hardy will be leading the team in the Pyro Walk. So definitely encourage fans, if you're here early, to head over to that area and support the team and kind of give them that little bit of a boost before they go out and get going.
Rumor has it that perhaps someone who was recently on a lot of television sets across the world.
I've heard that rumor as well.
Might be in the house.
I've heard that rumor as well. I don't know for sure. I don't think the thing has been confirmed, but yeah, he throws things well.
Yeah,
he might be in attendance.
When you do have, we'll have some. I know some guys that are in the NFL now that'll be back as well. Blake confirmed that with us in a conversation Philip and I had with him today. Will air tomorrow on the show. So do you have to kind of build in? Is that maybe I won't say 11th hour, but I mean, are you doing like recognitions on the game day rundown a little bit? Because you got to recognize if a Atreya Savage is here and if a Julius Wood is here, if any of you.
So we, those sort of things is, generally, if we know for sure, we might script it in there. But a lot of that time is, those guys are coming back to enjoy a football game. And, it might be a quick, like, hey, just throw them on the board. It's not going to be a whole formal recognition.
But that's an on-the-fly thing.
That's kind of an on-the-fly thing. And, sometimes those guys don't come down to the field or, they're doing whatever. And trust me, if I was coming back, I'd want to go enjoy a football game as well. And
have a pirate beverage.
Have a pirate beverage. And so, especially with the, the time that Trey's had, recently. So, we do our best to, recognize those people. The history of this program is very important. And so, do the best that we can to kind of recognize those people.
Opening night for basketball, we've gone ahead and brought Justin Bear on with us. Thanks to Philip for pinch hitting. Thanks to William Grover. We'll hear from William in a minute for scrambling to get this done, but we were able to figure it out. We're inside of the Williams Hall of Fame area as you enter Williams Arena Minges Coliseum. Basketball tonight, and I know, the crossover season, as much as you might prepare for it, I don't think you can ever fully prepare for it when there's so much going on. So I know there'll probably be some things that may evolve and roll out a little later in the year, but you still want to be able to have the fans invested and enjoy themselves tonight.
For sure. We're always constantly changing things and we're looking at things throughout the year. Even like things like the fireworks, that we didn't have those for Campbell week one and, we added them throughout the year. So some of that stuff is, kind of figuring out like as the season progresses, like what can we do to be better? What can we do to improve that experience? And so we're constantly looking and constantly on the lookout for those type of things. But, nothing, I don't think anybody's going to walk in tonight and be like wowed, but I think throughout the year we will continue to improve. And, I think, Coach Schwartz, I think, has a good team put together. So hopefully we see some wins too.
Tonight there's a giveaway involving the rally towels, and it has the new court design on it.
Yes, it does. So the first 1,000 fans in the door tonight will get those. We kind of wanted to highlight the new court design with the script pirates or whatever. We know that's a really popular logo, just not outside of, the fans themselves, but, the team and whatever. So wanted to highlight that, game one.
Mm-hmm. And those are available. I know they gave some away for the women's game last night, and they'll be given, as Justin said, the first 1,000 away here. When you are, as you say, adding things as you go along, but I know a lot of this is sort of planned out in their meetings well in advance of all this, but when you're kind of organizing these things, from concept to, okay, here's the idea.
Yeah.
Here's the execution of said idea.
Yes.
And then the actual materialization of that. What's the typical, process is the concept usually out for? I mean, there's got to be brainstorming. I'm sure.
And that is, and it is sometimes, it's, you go to another school, our, administration are traveling around, and that was, talking about going back to fireworks, like that was the big thing is that they went to NC State and they saw it there and they're like, all right, let's figure it out. And some things are much more planned out, months in advance, and some of it is just, hey, we saw this, can we figure it out? And so usually there's a lot of different people that are involved in that, all the way up from John Gilbert all the way down to our interns, so it's
Luke Davis, by the way, local hero, hometown hero,
yes,
from Winterville, just walked by. We had to dap up Luke. So well, we've got basketball tonight. The women started last night. Football's got 2 home games in back-to-back weeks. Anything for that Memphis game that is being planned, right? Can we do a drone show there? Because it'll be
it will not. No drone shows there.
All right.
We did. It's funny, the drone show, and this is how I know that it was successful, is we did the drone show for Army.
And everybody's asking about the drone show.
And everybody was like, can we do the drone show for Tulsa? And I'm like, you talk about the process. That was, we started those conversations back in probably July.
Yeah.
And
it's got to be programmed too.
Oh yeah, it's a really cool process of how they do it. And so they basically, there's a company that does it, and they kind of ask you kind of like, what are you looking for? And obviously, since we were doing it for military appreciation, we're like, all right, we want to do something military themed. And from there, and they, they kind of came back and like, here's some things that we can do. And then we kind of went back and said, all right, here's what we want to do. And they kind of put it all together. And about 2 weeks before, I just got a video, and it's exactly what y'all saw in the sky, but it's just a video, and it's just how all those drones move. And the cool thing is, so they set them up on the practice field, and from the spot they took off from, they land within centimeters of where they take off. They land back in that same spot. So it's a very cool process on how that goes. So that one was a little bit more long term, but yeah. So,
Justin, anything else you want to let the folks know about as far as Friday or Saturday, and reiterate as far as homecoming goes?
The big thing is, we have $12 tickets for this Saturday.
Okay.
So if you are, if you haven't been to a game this year, or you're a local alumni or whatever, come out. $12 tickets. I mean, kind of reduce that price issue. So, come out, support this team, win this Saturday, gets us bowl eligibility. And then obviously, Blake is, the next one's the most important one. So he wouldn't want me talking about 2 games from now, but that game against Memphis, if we win this Saturday, becomes a really big one. So definitely come out and support the guys. They're working hard. They're competing for a conference championship. So
this one is important because we owe Charlotte.
Yes, we do. I know there's a lot of guys in our locker room that would like to get one on the board against Charlotte.
Yeah.
So, I think they're ready and they're getting ready. So
good to see you. Thank you for coming by, and thanks for rolling with the punches with us here.
No problem.
All right. Good to see you. Justin Bear with us from ECU Sports Marketing. Let's get TJ Long in here. Come on over, TJ. Friend of Pilk, friend of the show, the great TJ Long. Slide over a little closer to me so you can get on camera for the vast video audience that is watching this debacle play out here today. You remember how to put those things on? It's been a minute.
Well, normally you're over here putting this further up on my mouth if we're at a football game doing this together.
Or basketball, yeah.
Or basketball,
The great TJ Long with us here, father of a state champion.
Yes.
How about that?
I'm now the formerly known as whatever I did. And
you've gone from being the man who that led the 93 NCAA tournament team in points per minute.
Yes.
Hey, TJ, I have a friend of yours here that wants to say hi to you.
Okay.
Cecilia.
Hey, how's it going?
You know Cecilia?
17.
Yeah. What's that?
From the rooftop restaurant, 1717.
Oh, yeah.
I always take care of you and your wife.
Yes, there you go.
Cecilia,
I couldn't see in the picture.
Cecilia makes her real money at the rooftop, and she just does this for ha-has and giggles.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say it was very hard leading the team to the NCAA tournament when you only average 0.8 points a game.
But if you extrapolate that over 40 minutes, right, you were the leader in points. Now your daughter Madison is a state champ, and what an awesome win that was for Rose Volleyball on Saturday.
It's all of us parents have been just floating since this weekend. Everybody's still sharing, different photos and videos and things that they took. And it was, the girls got down 2 sets. You were there. And, I thought we had a chance, but we were not playing our best right there early. And then the come back and reverse sweep and, the play we got, the way they started working together, and play we got from the front line and play we got from the back line. It was a great experience.
TJ Long with us here. The great Gene Rogers has walked in. How are you, buddy? Good to see you all. Gene's much better half with him here. It's always good to see her. So you are, I don't forget what I was going to say. I was doing a Henry Hinton and just talking to anybody who comes in and not listening to my subject, and I lost my train of thought. No wonder Henry forgets everything, because he's already kind of feeble-minded. So this just says I need to be concentrating on what you're saying. I was going to so Pilkington, TJ came up after the Rapids won. I mean, they reverse sweep their way to a championship.
Yep.
And I was on the NFHS stream, and the great TJ Long came and gave me like a behind embrace And it was the greatest thing ever. And I was going to try to get you to stand up there for while we wrapped up, but TJ was all over the place. He actually came up to the crow's nest.
He's like, he's like a politician, man. He's the man of many people. He doesn't have time to just hang out with one group, but, this is why we love TJ.
He wanted to celebrate.
So I had to make my rounds.
Here's the good thing about TJ's daughter, Matt. One, I never knew she existed for a long time. She's got TJ's competitive spirit, but her mom, Deborah's looks. Deborah, who was the great news anchor for Channel 7 for all that. Did you know that, Pilk, that he married a TV star many years ago?
No, I did not. I'm not surprised that he married a TV star, but I did not know.
Thank you, Pilk. That's good.
Outdid yourself.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yes, I did.
Hey, nothing wrong with outkicking your coverage.
No, nothing wrong with that at all.
It's better than working the other way.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. I would rather outkick my coverage than be married to someone that outkicked theyrs.
Yeah, if somebody would be outkicking theirs, they'd be in some real. Well, I know, one of the things tonight, and I talked to the great Cy Seymour earlier. Cy's not going to be here tonight. He's got another thing he's going to. He's going to watch on television, but I know you and Cy have been to some practices. Mm-hmm. What is your impression of the ECU team?
Well, one, we're a lot bigger, and I think that was a very conscious effort by the staff. We got beat some of the games, like I'm thinking back to like the Florida Atlantic game, and some games were just not very good matchups for us because of the size, and we get killed on the boards.
Right.
And so I think they made a conscious effort to bring in some size, and then we brought in a player from Australia, from Serbia, mm-hmm. and some international players in that, and tried to mix in a little bit of European style with some size and strength and bulk, mm-hmm. and then with Jordan and Jay and Trevi, kind of it's a recipe nowadays. And so I think they're just trying to find the right ingredients, and they thought that a little bit bigger, beefier up front, maybe a four-man that can step out and knock down a three, spread the floor a little bit. That gives Jordan and Jay some room to operate. And then with the guard, bringing in a really quick, defensive-minded, but who can also shoot the three point guard. And so, I think that was the recipe they were looking for.
Well, and one of the things I do like is we're going to have Giovanni Imajuru. And
very impressive young man.
Very great impressive. Young man, and was really good for George Mason.
Yes,
last year in the double overtime win for the Pirates in this building, and but you have a legit. He isn't one of these big guys that say, "Okay, I'm really a perimeter shooter." He's a back to the basket throwback, and he's a man underneath.
He definitely is. He when it was up, somebody's he gets down there and he's really physical. And I think that'll be something that'll be his strength, that he gets the ball really low. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of guys are trying to post and whatever, and they're posting up, but they're still catching it 10 feet away from the basket. When he goes to post, he can I've seen him stand underneath the basket with people on his back, and that's a good thing for us.
We have learned that the Pirates will be without the services tonight of Trevion LeBeau. Trevi is suffering with a little bit of an injury right now, and we don't know the status of that beyond tonight. We may learn more later on, but again, we were told that he will not be available tonight. So, that I think certainly can make a little bit of a difference defensively, and I do think as a result of that, Corey Calker and both Isaiah Mbanger are both going to be on the floor a little more together. Both point guards will be, and you might see one of them maybe move to an off guard. Have you been impressed with Calker? I was impressed what I've seen and what I've talked to with Corey Calker. He's got a heck of a story and seems like a great young man.
Yeah, I mean, he's super quick. We were
TJ Long quick?
Getting there.
Pilk, we've not had TJ on in too long. I mean, this is just me cutting up with TJ right now.
Quick,
hey, man, that's good radio.
Quick to the cafeteria like me. No, they were running some shell drill where they're moving the ball around, and guys are as the ball moves, they're getting in position of where they need to be, and he's where he needs to be when the ball gets to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
I mean, he travels as fast as the ball.
Wow.
And I know that he's had there's been several games or scrimmages, practices where if you're trying to bring the ball up against him, he causes a lot of problems, and that can be disruptive. He was a disruptive force on the lead ball handler.
Yeah.
That can be a good thing for us. So yeah, I've been impressed with his quickness, and again, I think it's going to come down for us. It's always been like this for me.
Right.
You got to put the ball in the hole. You got to be able to shoot the basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, you can run great plays. A play is not a pretty play unless you score off of it. And so, that's what we got to put.
As long as the ball goes in the hoop.
As long as the ball goes in, it's gorgeous. You can be. I've had teams that have played, and played so hard, don't look like they're playing hard because the ball's not going in the basket. And then I've had some guys who don't really play that hard.
The ball goes in the basket.
The ball goes in the basket, and it looks great. So,
Well, what's your prediction for hoops tonight?
Yeah, I think we're going to get a win tonight. I know that
Be tough.
Yeah, I know they've got a guy, I guess, who transferred away and then transferred back that can score.
That is Tyron Moore.
And they got
Spud Webb's playing tonight.
Oh yeah,
they got a guy named Spud Webb. 2 D's on his Spud Webb.
Double D.
Double D Spud, not the Spud Webb that you and I grew up with.
But so yeah, I think we'll pull it together, and I think we'll be able to get a win tonight. I did want to say one thing, that when I was kind of able to sneak into practice a couple of times and see them, every one of the players came up after practice, shook my hand, introduced themselves, and they carried themselves in a way that I think we can all be proud of. Yeah. And I was really impressed by that. That makes me feel really good about our culture. Of course, this is a just win baby business.
Well, it's a transactional business.
It's a transactional business now, and so we got to go out there and win some games and put the ball in the bucket.
Let me ask you one thing. You brought this up. A couple more questions with TJ Long here. We'll have at the top of the hour Chancellor Philip Rogers. So we'll get a break here in a minute and get the good seats in for Chancellor Rogers. That William Grover's keeping warm over there.
Bring some padded seats.
Yeah, we'll do padded seats for the Chancellor. You and I get these things where these death traps that we're sitting in.
Yeah, mine's about to fold up on me.
Yeah, well, what do you think it's doing up for me? All right, so you've been really involved, and it was a successful year last year, the alumni movement with basketball, because, unfortunately, the program has not achieved what we would like it to achieve, and you and I feel like it can achieve. But you also have had a lot of different coaches. There's just those threads have maybe been frayed a little. But you have worked really hard, and some others have too. But I just want to say and recognize you've worked extremely hard to not just bring guys from your era back who are great players, but just throughout the years. And that was a real big success last year. And I hope that will be something that you guys will be able to build on for this year.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that's what you call a labor of love, and it happened with my teammates whenever there's a homecoming like this weekend or letter winners, because I'm here in Greenville and because I'm around it, I start getting texts about what's going on and where to go and, all that type of thing. And so, I just wanted to see what we could do to get it back going. And I don't know, I made probably 100 and some phone calls to guys trying to get them to come back last year. They were all very receptive and wanting to come back. And last year, I got a lot of guys that said if I'd have known a little bit sooner, we would have done it. And so they are waiting for me to let them know when we're going to do it this year and get the word out and get it to them.
All right,
next year.
Henry Hinton is here. I'm going to put Henry on in a second, but real quick, give me a football prediction for this weekend, because we owe Charlotte one.
Oh, yeah. 100-3.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
The great TJ Long. Go in there and enjoy dinner. So say hi to Don, too. Great to have TJ with us. Big Hen, come over here, Big Hen. This should be a second. This is going to be a lengthy segment. He gets the padded seat. I noticed that. They look at this. I've never seen Grover move that fast in my life. Oh, my gosh. Pilkington, William Grover, he looked like TJ Long on the basketball court. That's how quick he was to get Henry Hinton.
He didn't want to get in trouble with the boss.
Bring mine around here while we're waiting for Henry to come on. Henry's on here, glad handing. All right. It's the warm one. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. William Grover, ladies and gentlemen. All right. When you put the headset on, yeah, we're going to have you on. We're in between. No, we're not in a break. We're live and in color here. Hey. All right, there we go.
What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Big Hen.
How are you?
Leaving me hanging here on the
Oh, yeah. How you doing?
Look, let me tell you something.
Trying to find my ticket so I can get in the game.
I talk to this old so-and-so every day, and I never see him. So it's a pleasure.
So-and-so.
It's an old pleasure to see
Whose fault is that? That sure as hell ain't his fault that he doesn't see you. That's your fault, Patrick.
I see Pilkington. Hey, Pilkington.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Hen?
Great to see you, Big Hen.
Good to be here.
By the way, Grover's never moved that fast than to get you the padded chair. I've never seen Grover move
Thank
that
you,
fast
William.
in my life. So.
He's the man.
William's outstanding. We're going to talk to William in a little bit. The Chancellor will be on with us here. What a cool time of year in Greenville, huh?
Oh man, I feel like the spirit is back here now. It feels kind of like the '90s a little bit.
It does. All right.
I mean, when's the last time we were sitting here in November talking about competing for a football conference championship?
So give me your Charlotte prediction for the weekend for football. That's why I wanted to have
Pain.
You sound like Mr. T in Rocky 3 when they go, give me a prediction. It's pain.
I think we're going to win by 35 to 40 points, to be honest.
I'd take it all day.
I don't think that Blake will let up. I think he will beat the bejesus out of them.
And he should if he can.
Yeah. I mean, we certainly owe them one. It's been embarrassing to lose to them twice.
It has been.
Last year in Charlotte might have been the low point of the ECU football in the modern era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot.
Which is amazing to me because I was talking to John Gilbert about this weekend because I was around the kids up in Philadelphia. And they're so loose around Blake. And I didn't sense that around Mike. Right. I mean, I love Mike Houston. Mike's a great person, but Blake is a different person.
Well,
and he keeps them loose, man, and they play loose as a result of it.
The thing, and we've talked about this, and we've talked about it on this program, Philip and I have. I don't think we're ever going to have a game where we don't play hard because they're going to play hard.
They play very hard.
And they're going to play hard for Blake.
And it's a great group of guys. I just heard TJ driving in talk about the character of this basketball team.
Yeah, you were impressed with that too.
I got to meet them. Well, I've been to practice, and I had the same experience. They came over. Every one of them came over and shook my hand and thanked me for coming to practice. And I asked Schwartz, I'm like, "Did you make them do that?" And he said, "No." He said, "That's just who they are. I mean, this is I don't know if they're going to win basketball games. I sense that we're going to be a lot better this year, so I think we're going to, be very, very competitive." But I do know this. It's a great group of kids.
Yeah.
And Mike has recruited to that. He says the number one thing that he looks for when he's talking to a kid is their character.
Yeah.
And he's got some great kids on this team.
Well, I know it's stick to sports, but it's a big day in Greenville, Election Day.
Yeah.
What are we hearing on the election situation?
Nervous. I don't know. I think it's been a huge turnout. The goal for most of us was to make sure that people understood that they had to get out and vote this time.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's happened. I've heard that the turnout today has been pretty good, too.
That's awesome. You are sort of a man about the town, the talk of the town host, the Legend Award winner, the Hall of Famer.
The great Frank Gill has arrived.
Hello, Frank.
We can't start a basketball season without Frank Gill.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to the rumor has it
that
this council wants to fine the Goodyear blimp for being in the sky over Greenville tomorrow? Is that true?
Yes, it's too large. The Goodyear blimp is too large. The city council is going to fine them.
They can fine them for those crap tires they made this weekend, too.
Wait a minute. That's
Pilk's mad about NASCAR. That's a NASCAR thing.
Taking a shot
at NASCAR. That's a NASCAR thing.
I'm taking a shot at Goodyear.
Make good tires. I thought they did. Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
His NASCAR driver's tire blew up. So, all right, give me a prediction for hoops tonight, Big Hen.
I don't know. I think we'll win. I think I'm really interested to see this. I think we're going to look different. We're long. We've got like three guys that are 6'10", 6'11". I don't know how much they'll all be in the game at the same time. The former mayor is here. We should put him on.
We should. The great Don Parrott.
The great Don Parrott and Helen have arrived. Hey, guys. How are you, man? This is great. You get to see everybody when they
I know.
come
It's a lot of fun.
Here's a guy. Mr. Mayor, did you vote? No, they did not vote me in, Mr. Mayor. I am not.
Yes.
I am.
Right, yeah.
I am not electable. I got news.
All right. Good to see you, Big
All
Ed.
right,
Thank
good
you
to
for
see
coming
you.
by.
All
Go
right,
enjoy your meal.
All right.
And we will take a break. Pilk will come back. We'll reset here. William Grover will join me. And we're awaiting Chancellor Rogers in about 15 minutes. He'll be with us on the program.
Is your pharmacy fumbling when it comes to customer service, prescription fills, compounding, medical equipment, and enteral intravenous therapy? Perhaps it's time for you to allow HealthWise Pharmacy to score a touchdown in regards to your pharmaceutical needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, HealthWise Pharmacy puts you and your health first, offering top-of-the-line customer service, individual attention, and free prescription delivery to anywhere in Pitt County. HealthWise Pharmacy, 615B Memorial Drive in Greenville.
Golden Corral is turning up the heat at dinner with all-you-can-eat wings. Dive into 3 crave-worthy flavors: classic buffalo, sweet chili, and garlic parmesan. Hot and ready, alongside all your buffet favorites. Whether you're savoring the flavors in the dining room or grabbing wings to go, Golden Corral's got your dinner, your football viewing, and your tailgating covered. It's wings, it's game day, and it's all you can eat, only at Golden Corral.
Hi, this is Will Bell, and I'm running for Greenville City Council at large. Let me be clear. My opponent voted for a tax rate that caused the highest tax bills in Greenville's history, hurting families and small businesses. What's even worse, my opponent supported suing a private business to take down the American flag. That is not leadership. That is a disconnect from Greenville values. I believe in lower taxes, personal freedom, and respect for what our flag stands for. It's time for common sense leadership. I'm Will Bell, and I would be honored to earn your vote.
Paid for by the committee to elect Will Bell.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy, but now you're on hold listening to this music. While you wait and wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call, because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense.
Call Weatherly Insurance Agency at 756-9900 or online at weatherlyinsurance.com.
Turn your car into cash with an instant Kelley Blue Book offer from Barber Hendrick Honda in Greenville. Go online to barberhendrickhonda.com to value your trade, explore inventory, and apply for financing, all from the comfort of home. At Barber Hendrick Honda, we have great deals on new inventory and an extensive used inventory that includes all makes and models. Schedule service for your vehicle online and take advantage of our monthly specials. Barber Hendrick Honda, a proud member of the Eastern North Carolina community at the point of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive.
Have you had a colonoscopy? If you're between the ages of 45 and 75, you need to be screened regularly for colorectal cancer. Dr. Philip Goldstein and Dr. Maurice Marquardt at Carolina Digestive Diseases and Endoscopy Center want to keep you healthy. They provide treatment and quality care for all GI needs. Just call the office at 252-758-8181.
This is Dr. Maurice Marquardt, reminding you that colonoscopy can save your life. Visit our website at cddgastro.com and come see us at Carolina Digestive Diseases.
Beep, beep. Move over, Buttercup. We're back to the show.
They're back! And I love them!
This is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
We're up and running here. We got everything figured out. William, thank you for everything you did here today, because you got here and you, it's just sometimes we have snafus.
The cookie crumbled, but it might not crumble in your way.
I miss William. Pilk, I have missed William being with us.
He tells me about once a week that he misses you, so.
Yeah, I don't like this. You're not with us at Tiebreakers anymore. I mean, it's fine that Pilk's there. Don't get me wrong, but I like it. I like it when you're there, because we always have a good time when you're on the air. And Pilk, this is a shot at you, but we actually do better with the ladies when William's on.
Yeah, I can see why.
That's been proven. That's been proven statistically. We do better with the ladies when William Grover is on the show.
Why William has a girlfriend and I don't.
Wait, exactly. Is Cecilia around, or is she?
No, she's talking to Darren.
Okay, tell everybody what Cecilia, her full name, because she's going to get a credit tonight, is doing tonight.
Cecilia Tidwell will be producing her first ever basketball game.
What do you think of that?
I was nervous my first time, and she told me that she was nervous, but she's got this.
She'll be great. Cecilia's great. And Pilk's great, and William's great. So all the terrible things I said about both of you 20 minutes ago, I don't mean.
I guess you were saying some bad things to Justin. Justin shot me a text, so I'm guessing you were saying some bad stuff about us to Justin.
No, I said you may have to be on the phone with Pilk.
Oh.
Is what I said.
He's like, damn it, I didn't want to hang out with that guy tonight.
Me or you?
No, Justin didn't want to hang out with me tonight.
Oh.
We should have Justin and Grover need to start their own Browns fan podcast together. The only Browns fans in Greenville.
I met a Browns fan recently around here.
Was he miserable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do the top 5.
All right, here we go. 5 at 5 because we're short on time. We're just going to do it this way. Women's basketball gets off to a big victory last night. The season opener over UNC Wilmington. Also, men's will be in action tonight. We heard it from earlier. Coach Swartz kind of talking about what he's looking for early. And he said he's just kind of looking for consistency and filling out the roster because it's so tough to fill it out when there's so much high roster turnover this day in time.
Yeah, I think the issue here is will they play hard? Will they be character guys? But will they be able to find a way to get the ball to go in the basket? That, to me, is the big story here for this. I also think that they're going to have – defensively, they're going to be a little different. They switched a lot last year.
Yeah.
Especially in the 4 and the 5. They're not going to switch as much this year because they've got some length on the back end. And with Gio back there, to a degree, Reed Kaysen, Vito Perkovic, but also Perkovic, and with Eli DeLoria back there. I mean, I think you've got some length. So yeah, I think that is the reason you will not see those guys switch as much. Now, I think we've traded a little athleticism for the length, but as long as we got some shooters, I think that's the big thing. All right, why don't you give us a number 2, William?
Number 2.
Wow. All right.
Number 2, the trade deadline has come and passed. A handful of notable things, but the biggest one, Sauce Gardner, 2 first-round picks to go to the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, wow. Really? Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Grover?
I think that with Sauce Gardner being gone, the Browns might be able to beat the Jets this Sunday. It's a toss-up. They're playing at the Jets, but the Jets made some moves today. The Browns did not, but we'll see.
Didn't that need to happen, though, Pilk? Wasn't he kind of dissatisfied being in New York?
I think he was, but highway robbery to get 2 first-round picks.
Yeah. But you get rid of a headache, potentially.
Yeah, but historically, you give up 2 first-round picks, it's not good, unless you've already got your quarterback.
Yeah, well, maybe. All right, do we have a number 3 sounder, or are we going to have Grover do number 3, Pilk? Let's see.
Number 3.
All right, number 3.
All righty, number 3, last night, Chuck, during the Manning cast, admitted he doesn't wear underwear, and he talked about the bonfire he had where he burned all his underwear 30 years ago.
Chuck, is it true that you burned all of your underwear almost 20 years ago and haven't worn any since?
Yeah, I realized that underwear were not a necessity, so it was a big fire too, Peyton. So I'm always going Comanche. Is it Comanche?
Commando.
Yeah, I burned all my underwear about 30 years ago. Like I said, it was a big fire, so I'm always going Commando for the rest of my life.
That's some good TV right there. He said
that was some good TV. The Manning cast is the there. Look, I guess I thought it was wise to have that on as like an extra layer of security, in a sense,
sanitation, in a sense.
Yeah,
too.
I think there's a lot of benefits.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Chuck doesn't see him.
I'm not getting down with Chuck on that one. I'm pro drawers.
Draws.
I can't think of a scenario where I would not wear draws. I really cannot think of one.
Yeah, I got to be in the shower, I guess, to not be wearing draws.
Yeah, that would be it. That would be, or changing out of one pair to another.
Yeah.
That would be the only way. William, you're being awfully quiet on this subject.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
I mean, maybe he's got enough money where he can just
Doesn't
get
matter.
the built-in draws with the pants.
That's a popular thing now, isn't it?
It is growing in popularity, but if he's
You don't
not,
like that. That's like a swimsuit, I think.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I couldn't imagine, especially wearing jeans with no draws. That seems like
stuff's rubbing.
Yeah,
Stuff's rubbing then.
That should not rub.
Yeah, that should not rub. Exactly. Yes. Are you a boxers or briefs, man?
Briefs.
Okay. Oh, really?
Certainly.
Okay. Wow. Interesting.
Too many jeans to wear boxers.
Okay. Bill?
Boxers.
Boxers or briefs? Boxers. I'm boxers briefs guy myself.
Oh.
Yeah. Combination. Best of both
boxer
worlds.
briefs. This is a long briefs.
Yeah.
Yes. Then yes. There.
Boxer briefs. Best of both worlds. Why don't you do number? Well, we always got to do number 4 is faux. So let's do that, Bill.
Faux.
All right, I was actually supposed to put this as number 2. Got it a little out of order here. We're going to talk to more about Chancellor Rogers. I know. We're going to talk to Chancellor Rogers about more of this next, but $12 upper level tickets. No, we're going to talk about $12 upper level tickets for ECU football on Saturday.
Well, I think anything to get people into the stands is what you need to do. The weather's going to be great. Look, we're not playing in late November this year. You've got 2 more chances to see the team at home. We owe Charlotte a big one. And the weather's going to be great. So I hope people will come out and take advantage and avail themselves of that fact. All right. Do the countdown here, William.
Number 5.
Wow.
All right, number 5. This will be a heavy William one because it's baseball related. Walt Weiss has been named the new manager of the Atlanta Braves.
Is this the right move for Atlanta? I mean, it just seems like that Mike could use a fresh set of thoughts and maybe, go a little more youth, maybe a little more somebody that relies on the analytics. I don't think Walt Three Blind Weiss is the guy that is pouring over the analytics. It seems kind of an old school high, and in many ways, it kind of seems like what you already had, Pilk. Am I wrong on that, guys?
No, I don't see why you would move to a bench coach and promote him to manager after what they've experienced these past 3 years. I mean,
it's almost like you've hired meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Right. You're just sidestepping. You're moving parallel. You need to go perpendicular here and go with probably some young talent and a player that's been in the Braves organization for a while. I mean, there's a lot of managers in the market that have expressed interest in coaching. So it's not. The Tennessee coach was a really good hire. I don't know why they couldn't have made a move similar to that.
Cliff Godwin?
Well,
maybe.
Would you like to lose him?
No, I'm just saying that's the plan you're laying out there. Is they need to
get a local maybe guy that's familiar with the talent and young talent and knows how to coach it.
Yeah, I think with the way everything's moving, why would you bring a guy on that has Weiss managed before? Has he?
Yeah, the Rockies.
I think that's right. So I mean, he's a retread.
Yeah. And it didn't go well in Colorado. I think he did make the playoffs once. I think they won the wild card game one time and actually made the DS, like one of the first years of the wild card game.
Right.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to hit a break. We're still going to be on to the bottom of the hour. When we come back, we'll be joined by the Chancellor of East Carolina University, Dr. Philip Rogers, set to be with us here. In fact, he's over there now, so we'll get him in place. And welcome to the Chancellor of ECU here on the other side on the Patrick Johnson Show. We're live from Minji's Coliseum ahead of the basketball opener.
Your vehicle packs a load of safety features to protect you in an accident. At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, it's our job to protect you just as well after an accident. With fast claim service from local agents, our auto coverage is a lot like an airbag. We hope you never need to use it, but we're right there and ready just in case you do. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association.
In Greenville, contact your local Farm Bureau agent for a quote for your car, home, life, or your health. You'll be working with neighbors you can trust. People like Bill King, Jake Allen, or Jack Metz. These agents are dedicated to protecting your family and your dreams. These Farm Bureau agents are knowledgeable in a wide range of insurance products, but they are also tuned in to the Greenville community. Again, contact Bill King, Jake Allen, or Jack Metz today at Farm Bureau Insurance in Greenville. 252-756-3165. That's 252-756-3165.
Hey folks, this is Coach Steve Logan. My friends at Dogwood State Bank are pirates, and they are changing the landscape of community banking. That term, community banking, is not just a catchy slogan for Dogwood State Bank. They really are redefining what it means to bank local. Big banks may want big business, but Dogwood State Bank wants your business no matter what the size. At Dogwood, your business is big business. Dogwood State Bank has offices in Greenville, Morehead City, Wilmington, Raleigh, Sanford, Fayetteville, and Charlotte.
Member FDIC. Smokers and more, including quality outdoor. Your roof has seen its better days. During a really hard rain, you get a leak. Call a roofing contractor, and before they even look at it, they say you need a new roof. Maybe you do, or maybe it can be repaired and last for a few more years. Whichever the case, Langley Contracting will give you an honest assessment, whether it's commercial or residential. Langley will get the job done with their own employees, not a collection of subcontractors. So you know they have much better control over the quality of your roof. That's why you get a 25-year warranty. So whether it's roofing or gutter installation, call the professionals at Langley Contracting. Easy number to remember, 252-214-ROOF. That's 214-ROOF. Langley Contracting, 214-ROOF. That's Langley Contracting and Roofing, 252-214-ROOF.
We've been practicing what we
Texas Roadhouse in Greenville is the home of legendary food and legendary service. Start your meal off with a cactus blossom, fried pickles, or their famous rattlesnake bites. Then get ready for the main event, including legendary fall-off-the-bone ribs, country fried chicken, or one of the Texas Roadhouse hand-cut steaks. Texas side combos include chicken and ribs, sirloin and shrimp, or sirloin and ribs. For extra juicy flavor, try the bone-in ribeye. Texas Roadhouse, open every night for dinner and lunch on weekends, Southwest Greenville Boulevard.
Oh, hey. Welcome back.
Oh, look who's back reporting for duty.
You got here just in time.
Holy nuts, man.
This is the Patrick Johnson Show on 94.3 The Game.
Welcome back. Chancellor Philip Rogers with us here. I don't know where your ear level is. Is it too loud?
I'm good, Patrick.
Okay, very good. Great to have the Chancellor of East Carolina University on with us. For years, we would have the Chancellor homecoming game day when I was on the pregame, but now that I go and Pilk, I actually scoop Igo for once and get the Chancellor. So that's great. So Chancellor Rogers joins us here on the Patrick Johnson Show. It's been a while since you've been on this program, but it's great to have you here. Big basketball fan.
Huge basketball fan. You'll find me and the two big guys of my life, Grayson and Dean Rogers, here on the weekends shooting hoops and getting our game in. So it's how we like to get our exercise, and we'd like to pull for the Pirates.
We got Grayson here with us. He's on the phone. He's not worried about what's going on there. Yeah, he's excited about the phone. He's playing Roblox or something. He's not interested in what Dad's talking about. So it's great to have you on with us, Chancellor, and a lot of places to go. Let's start with athletics since we're here for basketball. But, boy, how about football? And that huge win at Temple on Saturday, and still a lot to play for in November. It's kind of exciting.
It's so exciting. It's great to get to halftime and get into the third and fourth quarter and feel a sense of confidence, knowing that you're going to be able to pull one out. And we've seen that a couple of weeks in a row, and now we show up on Saturday for homecoming and have a chance to make bowl eligibility and make another good mark in the Coach Harrell era at ECU.
And I know you have a good relationship with the folks at the administrative level at Charlotte, but we do owe them. We owe them.
We owe them and some. And I made sure to invite Chancellor Gaber down to Greenville for this one, hoping that we would put up some big points. I haven't heard back from her yet, but we owe them and some.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
How have you're also very involved. You're on the NCAA board now. You're also, I believe, the president of the conference.
That's right.
Athletic board, and you could give me the correct verbiage on all that, but just in layman's terms, how have the new members been, and particularly how has Charlotte been as far as adjusting to life in the American?
Yeah, well, it's been a great journey moving through the conference engagement experience. I'm almost completing year 5 on the job here at ECU. And when I started, I was way down at the bottom from a conference leadership standpoint. And within about 3 years, there were a lot of retirements within the American Athletic Conference in terms of presidents and some turnover and moves. And I found myself chairing the board of presidents of the American Athletic Conference.
Okay.
We refer to ourselves as the American now with the new rebranding effort. And interestingly, about 3 months into that role, Mike Oresco announced his retirement. And so being at the head of the seat there, I had the natural opportunity to conduct the search for a new commissioner. And one of the most intense processes I've ever been through at the national level, we brought in Tim Pernetti. He has done an incredible job, and we decided that we needed stability in his first couple of years in the commissioner seat. And so I agreed to take on a second year of serving as chair of the conference, which is a second term, excuse me. So it'll be 4 years sitting in this seat at the top of the American.
Well, and they couldn't have a better man. And I like Commissioner Pernetti quite a bit. We've had him on this program a couple times. Great guy, and I think has great vision for and understanding where we are now in college athletics. You know, as our friend Wes Durham likes to say, it's not about the homecoming dance or Letterman's jacket anymore. You know, and those are important things. But you know, it's ever evolving. Just from where you sit, what is your position on where we are now with college athletics, with rev share, NIL, portal, these huge buyouts that coaches at other places are getting? It's a wild time.
Well, resources and revenue drives the game every step of the way. There's not a conversation that I'm in at the conference level, at the national level with the NCAA, where we're not talking about revenue and finances and how that impacts the sports that we love and that we participate in each and every day as a part of this collegiate experience. And you know, when I take a big picture look at where we are from a conference standpoint, Commissioner Pernetti and the leadership of the conference at the executive committee level, we've placed a premium on revenue generation at the conference level because we know that will impact in a positive way the schools that are sitting around the table. And so we've recently launched an organization focused on revenue generation at the conference level. We've named a new chief commercial officer. And we're trying to get ahead of the new era of college sports. And the way you get ahead of it is by generating new and different sources of revenue. And so he's out looking at sponsorship deals, and he's out looking at how to monetize lots of different things related to our conference experience.
Would that include private equity potentially?
I think it's on the table, certainly. And Tim has a lot of experience in that space. We've had a lot of conversations with many of these groups. I know we saw the Big Ten explore that a little bit, and they couldn't quite get all their members over the finish line. And there were a lot of intricacies to that deal that made it very, very interesting when you get into the weeds of it. But that's the kind of thing that we're going to have to think about at the conference level in order to continue to demonstrate that the American is a top-tier conference that compete nationally.
Is that something that at the university level should be considered?
You know, I think most organizations are thinking about it first and foremost at the conference level, especially when you're a public university and you think about private equity, private capital. It's a little more difficult. You can't sell off shares of a university per se. But the deal that the Big Ten was looking at was a 10% equity stake in Big Ten Enterprises, which is a spinoff of their not-for-profit organization. So there are ways that you can structure it at the conference level that we can't really structure it at the institutional level. Yet at the same time, all the schools that are a part of that enterprise can benefit from it financially.
John Gilbert's got about a year left on his current deal, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, no word, at least that I've heard on what may happen there. I know there's seemingly, from some people I've talked to on the university side, not you, but others, who feel like, you know, John's done a good job. And if, you know, certainly has earned the right to maybe receive an extension. He's not said anything yet. I may be opening a can of worms here, but, you know, where is that right now from your standpoint, John?
John's doing a great job.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of people don't see how effective he is behind the scenes. He is incredibly savvy from a business perspective. He has a relationship base in the collegiate sports landscape that he can pick up the phone and dial anybody in the market and get them on the other line, get them on the other end, and be able to move our university forward and represent us in an incredibly positive way. He typically knows about things about a week and a half before anybody else does. And if, whether they're happening at the NCAA level or the conference level or in some other avenue, and he's got a great sense for how to navigate this new business-focused revenue world of college sports. And he's been a great partner for me along the way.
He is, I think, has the temperament that is effective in the job too.
Absolutely. You're going to see a very steady, measured, even-handed leader, no matter what the scenario is. And I think that's really important now because you have a lot of hot topics that hit your desk and it's easy to react. And John and his team, he's got a great team.
Yeah.
They take time to evaluate and to vet issues in a very careful and thoughtful way. And they're good financial stewards of all that we do at our university.
It's great to have Chancellor Philip Rogers with us here on the program with basketball. We're both huge fans. I have the privilege for my alma mater of calling the basketball games on TV, and I couldn't be any happier with that. And growing up as a fan like you did, and growing up as someone who just loves basketball, I really hope that we can, turn the corner here at some point. I feel like Coach Schwartz has done a really, really nice job, but kind of from your perspective, maybe as a fan, not so much as the chancellor, but what would you kind of like to see the next step for the basketball program be?
Well, it's interesting when you move from fan to chancellor, it changes the way that you watch sports. And so when you see me sitting in the stands, there are a lot of different things going through my mind than what might be when I'm watching a game that has nothing to do with East Carolina University. So it is interesting how that dynamic shapes your lens and your view on college sports across the board, particularly the revenue generating sports.
Right.
As a fan of basketball, the floor for us is conference championships. I mean, we want to win a conference championship. We want to go to the NCAA tournament.
Right.
I think for football, the floor is a bowl game, and we want to move on and compete for conference championships. And being in a 6-way tie for first place in the American right now, it's energizing and inspiring. And so I'm proud of what Coach Schwartz has done. He's not only a great coach, he's a good human being. And I'm excited about the roster that he's put together this year. I have to tell you, last year I was watching us play George Mason, and I sat back with the folks that I was watching the game with, and I said, we need a center.
We need Gio.
Like that guy. We need some height in the paint. And here we go.
It's great to have Gio here. We talk about just the representative of the university and the program as an athlete. He's phenomenal. A lot of these young men are, and women. Great to have Chancellor Rogers with us here. Let me ask you about some things on the university side. A R1 designation. Could you explain what that is and why it's so important for ECU?
Absolutely. I love the time that I spend in Greenville and I spend on campus. It's incredibly valuable. I find that the time that I spend getting outside of the community and having a national presence in higher education and in college athletics adds even more value to the work that we do here at ECU. So sitting, for example, on the NCAA board, having a seat at the table with 15 other members. There's only 2 FBS representatives on the NCAA board, and we get 2 votes, and the Power 4 conferences get exponentially more. But being able to influence the future of the NCAA and our sports enterprise is key for ECU having a seat at the table. And so I love being in that national space. On the other side of the fence, I'm on the board of the American Council on Education, which is the nation's largest higher education association. That is the organization that took a step back and reimagined what it means to be a Research One university. And I had the pleasure of being appointed as one of 13 members of a presidential task force to guide what that means. And so I had a seat at the table there in Washington, D.C., being able to shape what future R1 universities look like. We reshaped the metrics so that you have to spend $50 million a year in research funding, and you have to earn 70 research doctorates a year on your campus. If you had asked me to explain how to become a Research One university before we made that change, we would have been here all night. And so we simplified it significantly, and ECU's been performing at that level for a long time. And so we moved into the ranks of R1 status, and we are now in the top 5% of research universities in the United States. And so from a branding perspective, from an ability to recruit the very best faculty, very best staff, and I can't tell you how many times when I'm talking with parents of future students, they say the R1 status is what convinced us that ECU is the place for my son or daughter to be.
Well, the med school, and it's getting a new building. Some of that has come through. What is the status of those new facilities?
Absolutely. I don't know that there's a lot of people on the health sciences campus that are happy with me right now, because the traffic and the construction can be debilitating.
Yeah.
But in just a couple of years, 2.5 years, we will have a brand new $265 million medical education building on our campus, which is going to allow us to take our medical school class size and expand it to 120 students per class per year. And part of what we do best is we graduate medical students and we put them back out into rural Eastern North Carolina in primary care and family medicine settings, and we support rural health care needs in Eastern North Carolina. That building's going to help us do that. It's a big deal for the East.
Yeah. Fundraising, you wanted to touch on that just from the university level.
Well, I want to thank everyone who invests and contributes to East Carolina University. We had our second largest fundraising year in the history of our institution this past year, raised more than $70 million. The only year that we have beat that in our largest year in our history was when we received the $30 million largest gift in our history to name the Brinkley Lane Full Ride Scholarship Program. And so the anchor program that we're working on right now is a Chancellor Scholar Program, and that's a $10,000 award over 4 years. And we're using that to recruit students to keep them in the state of North Carolina. We see too many students that get lured away by some of these southeastern schools that can put big scholarship dollars up, and this is helping us play in that market.
What's the enrollment currently?
We are at 27,153 students this fall, so it's our third consecutive year of enrollment growth. It's our largest class since 2021.
That's not happening everywhere. The growth
that is not happening everywhere, and part of it was that we invested in online education over the last 5 years very aggressively, and we saw a 118% growth in our Flight Path online programs this past year. That's been huge for us. But maybe the most impressive thing that we've been able to do is move our retention rate up, keeping our students from their first year to their second year to 83.3%. It's the highest in our history.
Yeah. Anything we didn't touch on you want to make sure we mention?
Well, there's just so much happening. I need to come back.
We'll get you back on again
20 or 30 more minutes because we didn't even scratch the surface of what's happening at the NCAA with transfer portal and governance and legal issues and so many other things.
We'll do that. We'll get you set up maybe before the end of the year, have you on. I can't let you leave without a prediction for tonight and then for Saturday.
Oh, I think the Pirates get away with a win tonight. I think we put up some good points. I'm going to say double-digit win tonight.
Wow, okay.
And because I'm confident in our boys and our team.
I like it.
I want to see them make it happen.
You'll be fired up, I think.
We'll be fired up. And then Saturday, we need a dominant, strong win coming out of Saturday. And I want to see us put up another 41 or so.
At least.
At least, like we did this past weekend.
Mr. Chancellor, great to see you.
Good to see you, my friend.
Dr. Rogers on with us. And we will take a break, come back, and Philip and the one and only William Grover, one of your bright students.
There we go.
In the construction management, will take you home. All right, I'll see everyone on ESPN Plus, and then back in the morning with Henry on Talk of the Town, and then here on the Patrick Johnson Show at 5 tomorrow, and we'll be talking about a Pirate basketball victory. All right, Pilk will take you home next.
Acre Station Meat Farm is helping your family grocery budget through the holiday season with their freezer combo specials. But you must hurry. The freezer combo specials will close on November 22nd. You'll be able to save huge on the family pack combo that includes 87 to 95 pounds of meat and will stock your family freezer for months. It includes pork ribs, steaks, Boston butt pork roast, mild or hot sausage, bacon, ribeyes, ground beef, chicken leg quarters, all for the low price of just $329.95. Other plans including the Variety Family Plan, which has 62 pounds of meat for just $285, the Variety Plan for $140.99, and very popular Beef Combo Plan with 35 pounds of meat for just $314.99. Don't wait. These prices are only good through November 22nd. Acre Station is processing venison for hunters in cooperation with Jeremy Boyd's Skinning Shack. Come see them on Highway 32 between Washington and Plymouth. 252-927-3700 for Acre Station Meat Farm.
Hey folks, Coach Logan here. Did you know that one of the top-rated insurance agencies in the country has been operating right in our backyard since 1952? Snipes Insurance was just awarded a 2025 Best Practices designation, one of only 16 in North Carolina to receive this honor. Shoot, I've been working with my good buddy Patrick Walls for years for my home and auto. Director of Benefits and Pirate alum Lewis Gale lives right here in Greenville. Send him an email at lewis@snipesinsurance.com for more information. With 4 offices throughout North Carolina, Carolina, they blanket the state with 4 silos of service: small to middle market commercial, agricultural insurance, personal lines, and benefits. They even have national programs for those larger clients who crave solutions. Snipes Insurance, a 2025 best practices agency. Their motto is to serve, grow, and provide. Learn more at snipesinsurance.com or email Lewis at snipesinsurance.com. Tell them Coach Logan sent you. You'll be glad you did.
Hey y'all, G-Man from Shaw's Barbecue. I want to invite y'all over to Williamston for some of the best Eastern North Carolina barbecue around. Pair with any of our homemade sides, hand-dropped hush puppies, and it will make any drive worth it. You can't forget about our famous fried chicken and our fresh seafood served daily. Follow us on Facebook for our specials and G-Man's new creations like the barbecue egg roll, barbecue flatbreads, and backbone and collards with oven-fried cornbread. Talk about old school. We're open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Kick your day off with us for breakfast platters, sandwich on house-made biscuits, cheese biscuits made daily, and of course G-Man sausage dog served all day. You can grab some out of the cooler and take home for the grill, a backyard favorite. Follow us here, and that means tailgates, church homecomings, and the holidays are right around the corner. Shaw's offers full catering services or pick-up meals are available. Nothing is too big or too small. Let us take the stress out of any of your upcoming events. Have grills, we'll travel. Head over to Williamston for some great food, a great story, and great folks. See y'all at Shaw's, y'all.
And now, the stunning conclusion.
Why is everyone screaming?
On 94.3 The Game.
Welcome back into the Patrick Johnson Show as we get set to wrap it up here in Legion and Network coverage of East Carolina and Georgia Southern. Philip Pilkington alongside William Grover. And William, for those that cannot see you right now, you have one ear on your headset and one off. You look like Joe Davis from Fox Sports. What's up with the Joe Davis look?
It was loud. The headset was loud, and I mean, of course, I can turn it down. This isn't bad. I mean, I can hear a little bit outside noise, hear the pep band. Someone tries to sneak up on me, they aren't going to. It's nice.
I like it. Somebody could come around that corner. Somebody could break out of the men's basketball practice gym and be like, I want to whack this guy. So
yeah.
There you go.
I just had a fan come up to me and ask, of course, we heard that Trey Yesavage may be coming on Saturday. He asked me, was Jeff Hoffman coming? And to what I told him, I was like, I can't confirm that. I'm sure he got an invite if Trey did, but we'll just have to see who takes up on that. Do you know anything else on that?
No, I don't have any confirmation on who is it. And there's not even 100% confirmation Trey's going to be on there. That's just kind of the murmurs.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I'm hoping Trey's there maybe Friday night. Obviously, he won't be in Shrine, but maybe he can make an appearance there and maybe be at the game Saturday. Maybe we can pull him over on Pirate Game Day Countdown. And you will be making your first ever co-hosting appearance on Pirate Game Day Countdown. You excited?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I need to do some research this week for sure, but I think we'll knock this thing out of the park.
Yeah, I think so. So I do need to text you and I go just kind of the rundown, and then there will be a wrench thrown in the rundown because Jim Zoki will come on and be like, "Hey, you know what? It's my segment now." So we love Jim, and he loves to come on with us. So, alrighty, we got to talk a little ECU basketball here. So we're actually going to hear 2 quick sound bites from Coach, and then I'm going to ask you kind of about these. So first off, he scouts Georgia Southern, so that's obviously the Pirates' opponent tonight. So here's Coach Schwartz scouting Georgia Southern.
Man, really challenging. Just play really fast. They're disruptive on defense. They'll change defenses some, but team that's going to play 5 out, 4 out, running trenches and trying to create disruption and turnovers on defense so they can get out and run. They shoot the basketball. They'll have 5 shooters out there at any given point. A lot of time 4 or 5 shooters. So just a real challenge because different than how we play in a lot of ways. So that will be something that will be tested greatly right off the bat.
And then Stephen Igo asked a quick follow-up question: just kind of how you let the game come to you, and do you make proactive or reactive, transitions when you're dealing with a fast team like Georgia Southern, and you're more of a true 1 through 5 team? So here was Coach Schwartz's response to that.
I think we have to wait and see because you don't get a chance to see anything from this season. So I don't know, man. They could come out and they could play big. They could come out. They could play small. They could play fast. They could change up what they do. We could change up what we do.
All right, so when you hear that, how hard is it this early, in a season when there's so much roster turnover to know what you're going to get? And then once you get it, and I can hear the pep band now too, how do you make those adjustments, but you don't want to make them like so fast that you get yourself kind of caught up and in trouble and overplay your hand, for lack of a better term?
Well, you said it. I mean, at this point in the season, it's the first game. You're just strictly looking at rosters. You don't have any film to go off of. You're just looking at what you have there in front of you on a sheet of paper. And the coach there, he said they can play small, fast, slow, big. But when we look at our roster, we have a lot of length. And I'm seeing we're going to play a more defensive style of basketball this year. And they can try to play big against us, but I think that's going to be where we can succeed.
Yeah, my only worry is though too. I think you're right. I think if they try and beat us at our own game, they're gonna struggle. The tough thing is, do they try and just outrun us and we try and outsize them? But those to me are always fun games, right? Like my strength is X, your strength is Y, and let's see if I can use my advantage in you better than you can use your advantage over me.
Yeah, I mean, they could run the court on us and just do blow-bys all day, but then we can just throw a guy down the post and play a little bit of bully ball and just see who does best at what they're going to do and what strategy is going to work for this game.
All right, we have not had you on any of the airways here in the last week, so we've kind of been talking about it. Myself, Steven, we had Darren on today. What our expectations are for the year, what we would consider a successful season. So real quick here, in about 2 minutes or less, what would you consider a successful season for East Carolina basketball here as we sit here on opening night?
I would consider a successful season being a similar record to what we had last year, but really just guys that are going to go out there and put forth the effort the whole game. I know we did it last year, but I always want to see guys finish out games and go out there and do their best. I mean, these fans come out here, they support. We just need guys that are going to go out there. I don't quite remember what our record was last year. Do you know what that was?
We were 10-8 in league play, and I don't remember what our overall record is. Now this year it will be tougher to have the overall record because of a much tougher out of conference schedule this year.
Schedule, yes, very hard schedule this year. But I want to see the Pirates go into those difficult games. I mean, Michigan State's going to be a tough one. Carolina's going to be a tough one, of course. But I just want to see them go and be competitive at those places. And I'm thinking that in conference schedule this year, we can definitely make a run for something in our conference tournament.
Yeah, I think they need to be 500 or better in conference again this year. That I feel like.
I certainly think we can. I think we need to shoot for 12, 13 wins in conference. See where that can get us.
13-5?
13-5. I mean, that's definitely what we need to aim for.
I mean, I'm all for aiming for it. That'd be fun. What is Scooter texting us? Sorry, that's sorry. So I get for reading Scooter text messages. First off, I just saw the new title to the group chat, and that kind of scares me. I'm glad I didn't read that on air.
I'm glad you didn't read that either, but I like the message that it sends, and I'm all there for it. I'm sure everybody's there for it. If you read it, you would not get any angry responses about it because everybody feels the same way going into this weekend that we want to take down Charlotte, and not just in a light fashion. We want to send a message the way that they have the last 2 years.
All right, quick for you. You got 40 seconds score prediction for tonight. Don't need a score prediction for Saturday. You'll be on Pirate Game Day Countdown.
Tonight, I'm predicting 67-60 Pirate win.
There you go. Thanks, William. Had a good time, man.
Thank you.
All right, that is William Grover. Thanks to him. Thanks to Justin Baer. Thanks to Chancellor Philip Rogers. Thanks to PJ. And thanks to you guys for tuning in. We will have East Carolina basketball on the other side. Georgia Southern and Pirates season opener. Darren Vaught with Cecilia Tidwell back in the studio and giving you scoreboard updates.